I actually witnessed it with one of my main sponsors being Solomon. It was we do team meetings with the whole athlete team, and it was like 7 years ago when the whole athlete team started demanding. They're like, "Hey, we're going to design these new products," and you're like, "Cool. How much of it is going to be recyclable or environmentally friendly?" And it just kept being like, "You guys, we got to change this. You guys, we got to change this." And then obviously there's a lot of other factors, but just hearing it for their whole athlete team just being like poking the bear, like, and now I go into every single meeting, whether that's boots, binding, skis, outerwear, and they're like, okay, for the next 3 years, we have a goal of everything, 25% of everything we make is made from recycled materials.
The best recipe would be a blend of things like this: everyday recyclable materials from your life, and old car bumpers like this one. The car bumpers come to this conveyor belt. They're going to travel up there. It'll all be shredded, the materials get separated, and then all that stuff gets rinsed. It's a mind-blowing process.
And then in 3 more years, it's going to be 50%. And then by like 10 years, it's 100%. And so they're going through this process of shifting their entire way they make products to be more environmentally friendly, to have less impact on the playground and the world they live in. And I kind of looked back at that. I was like, oh yeah, that was a lot because athletes just kept poking the bear and being like, when are you going to do this? When are you going to do this? So it shows me like you do have some power. And hopefully, athletes use that power for something that's more beneficial for everyone as opposed to just themselves. And I want to try and lead by example. I want to do it and then talk about it. It's too easy to just go out there and say stuff on Instagram, say stuff on social media, and essentially greenwash yourself. You may be thinking you want to do these things, but you got to maybe change what you do. And I know, like, sure, like when I was a professional skier flying around helicopters, my carbon output was gigantic. And I do not doubt that. Since then, I probably have gone down to about a quarter of what I used to put out. And every year I try and improve upon my own carbon output. But I don't necessarily am out there like screaming it because I know it's a challenge. And that's what I see with companies like a New Earth Project is it's like we're just trying to create solutions for big companies and small, that makes it easier for them, cheaper for them, whatever it is, and then has less impact. Not just trying to tell people you should have less impact and making the choice forced on them. Like, make it better for everybody and it'll make it better for the whole world.